Oh, hell yeah. Alright guys, I'm not really supposed to film in these yards, so I can't have, oh look, 4Motion Passat. Can't have my camera in here. Technically their rule says no pictures, nothing about video, but I got a list of Audis and Passats. Let's go take a look at what we can find. Alright guys, the only B5 in the yard is a red 1.8T manual, so we're lucky in that front. What we're unlucky in is that the timing cover that I was after in the first place is broken. This is an AEB, so if I really wanted, I could take the head off of it and have a little bit more flow than my ATW head. We're not too worried about that. These headlights, salvageable, but I don't really want to spend money on headlights just to have to restore them before they go on the car. What I am kind of interested in is these fenders, because they're in really good shape. As you guys know, mine's pretty jacked up on both edges. No made in Taiwan on this bad boy. So maybe we'll come back. I'm gonna ask him how much fenders are. I don't really want to jump right into it being a bunch of different colors. I kind of like having my cars, you know, it's like a toss-up. Which one looks worse, having bad color match fenders or good off-color fenders? Maybe we'll talk to some company about getting it wrapped. We'll make it yellow like my old one. This, however, is a 98, so I can really exemplify the annoying little tiny baby mirror that came on 96 through 98s. Even worse is that this one's driver mirror is black. So you were already looking at it, and then everything just gets exemplified even more when you notice that that one is bigger and not the same color. Gray cloth interior, so no new center console lid for me. Glove box is pretty thrashed. Shift knob is gone. That kind of sucks. That steering wheel is quite a bit nicer than mine, and it is the S steering wheel as well. But I'm not really looking to pull that out at the moment either. Bunch of Cheerios if you're hungry. Trunk lid is also better than mine. See if there's anything interesting in here. Oh, the 6CD changer. That's nice. Things I'm here for are not on this car. This is the only B5. We got Passats and B6s. Both instances of 1.8T cars should have the same timing cover that I need. Alright, well I got really lucky. Check this out. B5.5 2001 Passat AWM 1.8T. Turbo still on there, all that good stuff. Timing cover is off. Somebody was in here. I was like, well, that's just my luck, but there it is. That was simple. I guess that's that. We don't have any other B5s at this yard. Passat interiors are a little bit different. This one's a manual though. Shift knob, no, bummer. But yeah, cool. We got the timing cover. That's kind of what my main priority was. We'll go hit another junkyard that has a 2000 A4 Avant 244. Here you go, dudes. Audi Allroad, the dreaded and infamous 2.7 twin turbo. Sorry, bi-turbo. These things get a bad rap, but I have a bunch of friends that make some serious power out of them, so I like to believe that if you're inclined, the trouble is worth the positive outcome. Alright, here we are. 2000 A4 is the same color as mine, with the same interior. Also has the same dent right there. However, this fender looks really good. Lucky for me, that door took some damage, but the fender didn't. There's a little bit of sticky goop on it. Let's check out the other one. Also pretty good. So I'm gonna have to ask him how much these things cost. Unfortunately, 2.8 V6 automatic, so no shift knob for me. But yeah, these headlights are pretty good too, actually. And I think they're already mostly out. They sure are. I forgot that's another main difference between the facelift and the older models is the facelift A4s have a one-piece headlight. like mine. And the older ones are 2-piece. So what I really wanted to get out of this car was a shift knob, but I'm probably gonna look into fender removal, go find out how much these things cost, find out how much these headlights are. Not that one, probably. Oh, see, that's the thing, is even from the junkyard, even though they're better looking than the ones that are on the car currently, I'm not gonna pay for damaged ones because they don't give you any sort of discount. Oh wow. Nice. All right, here's an interesting idea for you, right? Turbo timer. So the cassette deck seems to not be functioning, at least with the cassette to MP3 to aux adapter that came in the car. Obviously doesn't have Bluetooth. I'd like to get a double-din stereo with Android Auto at some point, but for now I think it'd be interesting if we took it way early 2000s, as is appropriate with this car, and you guys, if you're so inclined, should burn a CD, send it to the P.O. box, and every time we do a video on this car, I'll rank your song choices. I don't want to say too much yet, but we might be having some assistance from a iconic company that has helped us in the past with this car. Not with this car. Has helped us in the past with other cars. They may be willing to assist with this car. I want to do basic maintenance stuff. The engine mounts are a little questionable. Just swap those out. Like I said, I really want to get those fenders. Tinted windows because the AC was blaring and it's cool on my face, but it's still black leather, so my back's sweaty, which is always a good time. Yeah, you know, just basic stuff like that. Little nitpicky stuff. I want to get a new cover for the center console. I should count up the change in there, see how much I actually paid for this car, and get the interior, you know, pretty decent. Get the body pretty clean, and just have a nice clean A4. But what do you guys want to see? I want to lower it a little bit, get some different wheels and tires on it. Eventually, I'd like to do the KO4 turbo, APR, ECU, flash, and all that good stuff. Definitely an exhaust coming soon. We got Brooke. We're going to throw this timing cover on, then we're going to go back to that junkyard and get those fenders, because, like, what are the chances I'm going to run into another clean facelift B5 in a junkyard that's the same color with 2 good fenders on it? It doesn't seem super likely. Also, someone sent this to the P.O. box for you. Oh god.
Oh shit. Nice. Thank you.
He sent Ross a Volvo one too and sent me a Volkswagen one. Sick. Dad said there was a black widow crawling on a web between the rabbit's door and the engine stand. I was like, what the? Alright, so cool news. Even though it's the exact same engine, the AWM Passat 1.8T has a different timing cover than the ATW and AEBs. So an AEB Passat will have the correct one, an AEB Audi A4, an ATW Audi A4, like this one, will all have the right timing cover. But a 2001 and newer AWM 1.8T is not the same. So I have the receipt. So the junkyard will give us a credit, but there was not an AEB 1.8T out there. We can go look again, actually, because I stopped looking after I found that one. So, alright, well, let's go, I guess. I found this truth-telling cube on the floor in the back of the A4. Roll it, Brock. Let me ask you a question. Will there be a silver B5 at the Caldwell junkyard? Nice. With a timing cover.
Well, you know.
Well, me neither there, cube. Oh.
I kept getting stuck in my hand when I was rolling it. Volkswagen meme.
This sticker didn't age well. V6. Is it manual? Because it would have the right shift knob still. Automatic. Gross. Could it get any worse? No turbo. No manual transmission. Oh, it has the same color interior as mine. And the seats are not destroyed. It doesn't have the... Dude, why do they all have the fucking what the center console lid is gone on all of them.
This one.
Okay, so here's the silver one. It is a 1.8. Looks like somebody modded it to some extent. They painted everything red, which I guess you can call a mod. Upper timing cover and the middle timing cover are gone, but someone definitely ripped it apart, so it might be here somewhere. Well, we found the timing cover. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. It was under the car, but they charge you full price for broken pieces, and it's got spider webs and it's dirty and cracked, so. And it's silver, but the fenders are shit garbage. This one's not that bad. It's better than the one on my car. Someone plasti dipped it at some point. So we'll move on. Here's kind of an interesting find. The last rear-wheel drive chassis Volvo, the S90 or V90, were just 960s. Just different badging here. It probably still says 964. Yeah, right there actually. First gen white block, 2.8, 6-cylinder. Automatic only. Garbage. This is kind of sad. Look at this XJ. Well, we lucked out. The last junkyard of the day, like an hour before they close. AEB 1.8 turbo with a timing cover on it. AMU in a 2000? Is that the right timing cover? All right, so we found this timing cover. That was not an AEB or ATW. It was a AWU. Is that what it said?
Something like that.
I don't know what that is. It's a 2000 A4. But we were looking for a gold Passat, and I was like, wait, what's this? It's got 1.8T. And I was like, that looks like a Passat, and it's the Passat we were looking for. And this baby blue apparently is the new gold. But so this one is an ATW engine, which is the same as mine. And there's the valve cover. I mean, timing cover, it's cracked. Here's the timing cover from the other one that's not cracked, but they're exactly the same, except for those wiring connectors there.
Tabs everywhere.
Yeah.
Around.
So we'll go try and pop this on real quick and be on our merry weather. Yeah, let's see if it's the same part number. PA6630 MRK 058091091123. Yeah, it's the exact same part number.
Nice.
I kind of want this too, but that one's pretty fucking trashed actually. Okay, so I got the timing cover on there. Looks nice now. Is that on right? Yeah, there's no way it couldn't go down more. I'm pretty sure that's right, because if I try to push it down more, it's going to hit that. It must be on right. It's not making any noise. The belt's not touching it, so we're calling it good. I was looking at the oil filter down here, and there's a pretty good amount of oil underneath it and all over everything in that area. And I grabbed the filter, and it's actually, the oil's running down the bottom of the filter. So I just went and bought a new filter, because the guy just changed the oil. It's still like really clean and almost brand new looking. So I'm just going to throw an extra quart in there, top it off, and throw this new filter on and see if that stops the leak. Because if not, I have a pretty good idea of what it is. Because these have external oil coolers, and there's an adapter thing like Volvos have that like it spaces between the threads on the block and the threads for the filter. So there's hoses for the oil cooler. And they have a seal in there that's cheap. It's like 57 cents, but they're pretty notorious for going out. They're pretty easy to do though. You just take the washer bottle out and then you just reach under the intake manifold. There's not much in your way.
You just sneeze. Alright. Yeah, drink up.
Alright, so that's all in. We missed the oil pan a tad, so we're gonna go grab some cheap cat litter to clean this up, but I've been letting it idle right here for a second. You want to back it out a little bit? I can see if there's oil under there. You can probably just take the brake off if you don't want to try and... You just go out to the driveway. So there's some oil spots, but you can stop. They could still just be dripping off of the cross member that was pretty covered in oil. So I guess I'll just keep an eye on how much oil's in it and see if it's still puking out, see if it starts running down the filter again. Yeah, there's a couple of spots, but yeah, that's what I was saying. It's probably from the cross member being soaked. This is the downfall of my yellow Audi power steering cooler line. I hit a speed bump and it cracked it. And then when I put regular power steering fluid in it, because I didn't know you have to run mineral oil, it blew the power steering rack. That was the only issue I ever had with that car.
It's factory like that?
Yeah, and the yellow one was lowered.
Yeah.